There's been a lot of great content for Godzilla fans in 2021, or if we're being more precisely, Monsterverse fans. For example, those fans who don't know what the This comment makes me so fucking angry. The fans of this Godzilla, which is not the best Godzilla since this place is already taken by Heisei Godzilla. Sin City wasn't made. Now first I guess we just look at all the monster designs and kaijus that appear in this one. Godzilla is logically a part of these kaijus, but we're gonna learn more about him later. Now let's come to Scylla. In this comic book, Scylla is about to eat a thermonuclear bomb which would cause mass destruction and death, but Godzilla is able to stop her. Behemoth has some screen time too. He actually fights another titan called Amalek, but when he is about to lose the fight, Godzilla shows up and carries the mammal-like titan by defeating and not killing Amalek. Amalek is one of the new titans, and it has some unique characteristics. For example, a big part of his body is made out of plants and roots. He also seems to be able to make his limbs grow and stretch them out for fighting. It is theorized that he wanted to use the rainforest where he fought Behemoth to heal injuries for his body. However, Amalek would have needed to emit toxic gases, while Behemoth only wanted to use the rainforest as a source of food, which could be an explanation to why Godzilla had Behemoth and not Amalek. I like the Amalek design very much, since it is a unique design that was never seen before in Godzilla movies. Going on in the story, Monarch scientists are trying to capture a smaller titan called Titanus Nakika. Nakika looks similar to an oversized octopus. The nets used to capture the titans are sending electric shocks when touching the titan's body. Godzilla helps Nakika to free itself, but the octopus titan manages to free itself without major problems. We don't see anything more about Nakika, but we know that she survived the attack of Monarch. Monarch also attacked Godzilla, but Godzilla's answer to that was the destruction of the entire fleet. Now on this journey, Godzilla is searching for a new lair, and the king of the monsters senses that the rival who stole his lair is close. Tiamat attacks the Godzilla from behind, and we see that Tiamat is able to control water. Tiamat looks like a mix of a sea dragon and a snake, and along her body there are sharp edges that cut through Godzilla's body like teeth. Tiamat goes deeper and deeper in the water, and Godzilla has a disadvantage as long as the fight takes place in the water. Tiamat is even able to spit poison and blind Godzilla. In the end, they both land in an air pocket where Godzilla stomps on Tiamat and makes him retreat. I already read this book a lot of times, definitely enough to have a clear opinion on it. In general, I like this book very much. I love the fact that we learn more about Godzilla's way of thinking. There are also many moments where we learn that Godzilla is like a part of his territory, and as we already know, that he's really taking care of planet Earth and its creatures. We learn that each of the Earth's injuries are injuries for Godzilla too. So we really get to feel that Godzilla is like a creature that can be compared to the incarnation of Mother Nature, or at least one big supporter. There is no human storyline in this, since it's all written by Godzilla's perspective. Basically, Godzilla is on a search for a new lair, and during the journey he meets all of the kaijus we mentioned before. There are also a lot of flashbacks that Godzilla remembers from King of the Monsters or from ancient times. The art is logically a very important part of a comic book, and the art in this one is definitely not disappointing. There are many beautiful drawings that represent detailed fights of the kaijus. Every page is like a beautiful and colorful, or sometimes even kinda dark drawing, which all look spectacular. The amount of pages seems also to be good in my opinion, so they didn't make it too short and not too long either. I don't know which rating I will give it, but it's definitely a good rating. It's a beautiful, action-packed story in Godzilla's perspective that should be read by all of the Godzilla fans. It's an interesting book, which I definitely recommend. I have no fucking idea what my outro should be, so some of you probably already know what's coming. What the fuck is wrong with me?